As the procedure went on, they realized that their patient was 11 weeks pregnant. She's crying, even though she's under anesthetic for the loss of the baby. This time, there were no complications. Sometimes girls have to be rushed to the hospital. The abortionist told me she lived in fear of discovery.
Pag nagigilty ako, pumupunta na lang ako sa simbahan. She feels guilty about performing abortions because she's Catholic, especially when she goes to Mass and she hears the priest criticize women who carry out abortions. Pag nagsisimba akong kasama ko,
she began to cry.
Inahak na lang niya ako kasi alam niya I'm doing this procedure.
I've made her cry by talking about the Catholic guilt, so it's obviously something that plays on her mind from time to time. We were invited to film at one of Manila's major women's hospitals. They have to repair women who have been damaged by backstreet abortionists all the time. There have been stories of doctors working in state hospitals treating women who have gone through abortions badly. But women's rights groups have been working with these doctors, and at least at this hospital, the doctors' attitudes seem to have changed. This hospital deals with thousands of women who have undergone illegal abortions. So many, in fact, that it's had to set up a special ward for them. Many women are scared of coming to the hospital. The senior doctor, Alice Lim, said that they often left it so late they arrived on the verge of death. Most women who come here are bleeding profusely, they have infections, they're septic, they've tried to induce their own abortions by putting a bamboo stick inside of them or a guava tree branch inside of them, or they've used Cytotec, which induces contractions. She said they kept the women safe from prosecution. Even though abortion is illegal in the Philippines, the doctor is telling me that this hospital does not report the induced abortions to the police because the women will get scared. They will stop coming to the hospital and they'll just die out there when they get complications. I wanted to talk to some of the women in the ward about their experiences. I said we'd hide their faces, but they were still too terrified to speak to us. There have been admissions in the last 24 hours of women who've come in with complications from induced abortions, and I've been trying to speak to them. To one in particular, a 17-year-old girl who came last night, but her family doesn't know that she went through an abortion, and she's petrified that her identity will be revealed and that somebody in her family will recognize her, so she's not agreeing to speak to me. Sorry. Let's go. I'd arranged to go and see the man who's run Manila City for the last 8 years, Mayor Lito Atienza. He is vehemently against abortion and is responsible for banning contraceptives in government clinics in the city center. I'm at Manila City Hall in Mayor Atienza's pro-life city. This is where religion and politics come together.
Many people are still imbued with that brainwashing that has gone on for decades, that the solution to poverty is birth control. I mean, that's the farthest solution to poverty. Contraceptive materials actually are poison to the woman's body. You look at your internet, it's even described as a pesticide. Why should I be teaching people how to take pesticide?
Even with the pro-life city and the natural family planning, abortion seems to be on the rise. What are you doing to tackle that?
Well, I can imagine. If we were promoting birth control, abortion would be on a runaway figure like what's happening in Europe and the Western world. Failed contraception always results in abortion. So now we have abortion, but it's still illegal. So people are careful not to indulge in it.
Really, because I've spent a fair amount of time in Manila and I've been traveling through Manila, and what I've seen is that more and more poor women are turning to abortion because they don't have enough
I don't agree with you. You're developing a bad impression and a wrong notion. I'm sorry about that. We still are able to maintain abortion at a very controlled level because it's an illegal criminal act in the Philippines.
So you think that under your term, the kind of abortion clinics have diminished?
Of course, because the center of abortion materials right in downtown Manila has been erased around Quiapo Church. That was the biggest irony of it all. See, the abortion distributors, abortion material distributors were even stationed around the parish church, the central plaza of the city of Manila, for a long, long time. They're no longer there. They're on the run. And let's keep it that way.
The mayor claimed that the market stalls around Quiapo Church that had sold abortion-inducing drugs had been cleared, but that's not what my sources told me.
I've been told that this is the place to come to buy herbs and drugs for induced abortions. The stalls around here sell these herbs and a banned drug called Cytotec. It's very ironic because we're in the heart of Manila, which is a pro-life city. We're in front of a church. The police station is right here, and the statue of an unborn child.
I told one of the sellers that I was pregnant. She said for £5 she could help me.
Take this one and this one
Yeah.
in the morning, these two again in the afternoon, and again this.
Okay.
Yeah, in the
In the
evening.
evening. Okay.
For meal.
Okay.
I just bought these pills.
If a pregnant woman took 2 pills daily for 3 days, she would be able to induce her own abortion.
In the square around the church, people were arriving for evening mass. Filipinos are living in 2 parallel worlds. In one world, they're devout Catholics. In the other, because of this devout Catholicism, they routinely use illegal abortion as a form of birth control.